Another substance that has been shown to increase libido across a range of human populations is so-called Tongkat Ali. I've talked a little bit about this before on the Huberman Lab podcast in reference to testosterone, and I've talked about it extensively as a guest on other podcasts. Tongkat Ali goes by a number of different names. One of them is exceedingly difficult for me to pronounce. It's Euricoma longifolia, also called longjack. But Tongkat Ali is the typical name. This is an herb. There's a Malaysian version and an Indonesian version. My understanding is that the Indonesian variety of Tongkat Ali is the one that is most potent for its effects on libido. Previously, I've talked about Tongkat Ali taken in 400 milligram per day capsules as a means to increase the amount of free, meaning unbound testosterone. So testosterone has a both bound form and an unbound form. Very briefly, the bound form is bound to albumin in the blood or to so-called sex hormone binding globulin. When it's bound, it can't be biologically active at many cells. It is important that some of it be bound in order to get a sort of time release and proper distribution of testosterone through the body, but it is the unbound free testosterone that can really have its most potent effects. And there's some evidence that Tongkat Ali can increase the amount of unbound, so-called free testosterone by lowering sex hormone binding globulin, although it is almost certain that it has other routes of mechanism as well. Nonetheless, there are some reports of Tongkat Ali increasing libido. One particular article, last name of first author, Ismail, I-S-M-A-L. This was published in an evidence-based complementary and alternative medicine. This is from 2012. Reports a significant increase in libido and sexual function. There are other such studies, not a lot of them, not as many robust, controlled, quality peer-reviewed studies as there are from maca. Nonetheless, a number of people, men and women, that I know do take Tongkat Ali, and it seems to work well for them. The question always comes up around discussion of supplements. Do you need to cycle these things? The only way to determine that is really to do your blood work, monitor liver enzymes, monitor hormone levels, and so forth. So I simply can't say whether or not you need to or you don't need to cycle them. Typically, Tongkat Ali and maca are not cycled in any regular kind of way that I'm aware of. But again, you really need to check with your doctor if you're going to initiate taking any of these things. And you certainly should do your best to monitor your blood work as well as subjective measures in evaluating whether or not they're working for you, safe for you, and so forth.